Friday the 2nd of March, and Gorringes are on view for two sales. The Monday sale on the 5th and the spring quarterly sale on the 6th. And you're looking at lot 305, which is a rather impressive bronze bust of Sun Yat-sen, no less. A character who is popular both with the old and the new, the communists and the more modern school of thought all revere this man. So there's some fairly high expectations for it, we hope. At the moment the estimate is 5,000 to 8,000. Elsewhere in the sale we have a selection with a bit of everything, I should say. Old glassware, such as the Victorian lustres there. Modern glassware, such as this Versace suite of glassware. This comes from the estate of the late Sheila Fairclough, otherwise known as Elton John's mum. And therefore we have a few interesting and exotic lots that have come from her bungalow that probably reflect her time spent with Elton and some of their shopping trips together. Fair selection of clocks. It's a rather handsome example here, lot 320. It's £600 to £800. There's Deco, Edwardian, Skeleton. Bronzes, scratch-built locomotives. A couple of rather running runners. Good length those. There's two in the sale. They're a near pair. This chap's interesting. He's relatively early Australian interest, having been Deputy Commissary General round about the 1830s. James Laidley was his name. Into the main sale room. It's a fairly handsome Chinese vase, isn't it? Lot 276, 2,000 to 3,000 we say. And a good looking William IV settee there. It's lot 372 at 12 to 1,800. What else lurks within? A small but reasonably fine selection of furniture. Back round the corner, in the misc, what have we got? Turkish pistols there. Lot 57, silver mounted in at 8 to 1,200. Macallan, 25-year-old anniversary malt, 2,000 to 3,000. Or the Bowmore in at 8 to 1,200. A small selection of books, including a little collection relating to Eric Gill. Elton again, there we are. That's he signed that as a presentation to his mother. Is in at £2,000 to £3,000. And talking of huge, this is one of the largest ever commercially made globes, just under 2 meters in diameter. Huge thing that, in at 8,000 to 12,000. The picture gallery. Interesting feltwork quilt here, made from uniforms of soldiers from the Crimea. That's lot 61, 4,000 to 600, we've said. Small selection of Suzanis. The usual selection of paintings. And Christine's here. She's cleaning the counter, ready for the jewellery viewing. Let's have a look to see what we've got in the jewellery. Roger's been busy putting this all together. Amber, as ever. About 30 or 40 lots come from the Fairclough estate, including those diamond bracelets there. The Roberget watch and other items. Good selection of rings. And earrings, including Theo Fennell. There's a Theo Fennell necklace there at 2,000 to 3,000. The line bracelet, 3,000 to 5,000. Fennell heart pendant, 1,500 to 2,500. The brooch there with the amethyst down the bottom, that's Tiffany. Rather unusual serpent ring. So that's the jewellery. Back on the walls, what have we got? That's a Henry Scott Tuke watercolour. Popular artist, lot 790, 4 to 6,000. And this one's Russian. Gorringes. Carrying an estimate again of 4 to 6,000. Doyley Johns, we've always got a few of those. They're always popular. A couple of works by Charles Knight there. That's Gerald Cooper, The Still Life, lot 839. And some more contemporary works running around the back. This is Jeremy Barlow, lot 854, and at 8 to 1,200. This is Kate Olver, work called Return from the Front, 1916. It's actually been restored by the Courtauld Institute. As it originally was in, well, not originally, but a few years ago, it was in terrible condition. Torn and loose. They've done a marvellous job restoring it. It's a rather funky dining suite here. This is 1950s heels, twin pillar table, chairs and sideboard. And it was around this table that Laker Airlines was come up with and conceived. This belonged to Sir Freddie Laker, for those of you old enough to remember him. This is probably most of us that like antiques. So that's the summary of the fine sale. Let's go downstairs, see what's happening with the weekly auction. It's a good looking sale this week. Good mixture of furniture, paintings. About that lamp, it's Tiffany style, not obviously Tiffany itself, but it's a good large example. About this brass low chest, lot 1847, 2 to 300 only. Should you have a curved wall that you need a cabinet for, perhaps you live in an oast house, I don't know, then that is the cabinet for you. That's lot 1863. Somewhat unusual, probably rather hard to sell, but we will do our best with it. I creak my way through, past the furniture, into the smalls. And it's all here. Lalique, Moorcroft, Chinese, both old and fairly new. Dalton, Sitzendorf, another continental porcelain, paperweights. Nice walking stick there, look at that. There we go, let's give you a look at that one. That is lot number 1218 in at 150 to 200. Good Moorcroft bowl there, lot 1259 in at 2 to 300. Selection of records again. Back down the line. Imari, Wedgwood, Woollights, Cranberry. There's a little James Noble oil there. I think we've got 2 or 3 of those in the sale. It's lot 1440, 150 to 250. Selection of silverware, medals, coins, other collectibles. Back down the line, Zolnay vases. We see a lot of interest in those, bit of damage, note. 1122, 50 to 80 pounds. As ever, some booze, some port, a few bottles of wine. The large champagne bottles are empty, sadly. Display only. Then across the back here we've got Roger's Silver Sale coming up on Tuesday as part of the quarterly auction, and a good mixture there. The Augsburg type figures there, lot 529. They're in at 5 to 700. Small collection of assorted novelty pin cushions. Theo Fennell again, the cricketer and golfer are Fennell pieces, or those napkin rings are rather good, enamelled napkin rings, lot 424. Lowly estimated at 150 to 250. If you fancy something a little more modern, then there we are. How about that? Theo Fennell silver bottle holders for your HP sauce and your ketchup. That, of course, comes from Elton's mum. And a few impressive lots at the back here. Sorry about me in the picture, trying to avoid it. You're going to be multiple times. There we are, rather splendid clock there. Royal Lancers timepiece, lot 546 in at 3 to 4,000. And these handsome cups, Georgian cups, George II, and both commemorating Newton Hunt, horse racing at Newton Hunt. Fairly early examples of horse racing cups, we believe. A selection of books here again. They're the first lots in the sale, all viewable on the website. And they've shut the door. This probably means it's rather cold this side. Cold and dark, but fear not. We'll put the lights on and have a look at the furniture room. And the usual mixture. Somewhat eclectic selection as ever. But it's been getting better, the furniture, of late, in terms of interest in it. There's a Chesterfield, these are always popular, 1782 at 4 to 600. And underneath that green paint is a very interesting and early bedroom suite made by the Hawker Corporation, the people that made the aeroplanes. And there's aluminium under that paint, so it's stripped back. It'll be a rather funky thing. A few garden statues. So that's nearly it. Brighton Corporation cast iron sign. We'll whiz back through. They're all here. Get your coffee. There's Jack and Christine. Say hello. Say good morning.
Hello.
There we are. They're nice people. There's Alex making sure the carpet stays down. We had to iron that to get it flattened out. And finally, there we go. How about these? These cannons. Should you require some cannon for your property? These are cast iron. 1857. Estimates 4 to 600. Surely tempting, but don't try to use them. They're for display purposes only. We look forward to seeing you here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're on view. Sale starts Monday, followed by sale on Tuesday.